Hello, everybody. My name is David, and this is Only My Opinion Tech. Today, I've got a couple of people that want to know about the DoubleTake app that I use on my phone. I've got an iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I use FilmicPro and the DoubleTake app for that. And I'm going to kind of go over that, show you how it works and what it's all about. And at the end of it, I'll show you how to edit it. So the first part is going to be the final edit, and the second part is going to be how I did the edit. So let's just go ahead and get started. Yeah, we're going to take Buddy out for a walk, and I'll show you some of the features on the DoubleTake. I kind of like it because you have the option to do picture-in-picture, and you can either do it as a, if you don't want to do any editing, you can just do this all in a set format, so you can have it to where the picture-in-picture, just when you're done. Or the way I'm doing it, I've got it set up as a two separate full-size videos, but I can see my side of it. Privacy moment. I can see my side of it as a small picture-in-picture, but it will render, and you can edit this in whatever program you care to. I'm going to use LumaFusion, but you can, doing it this way, you can swap it. So if you want for just a minute for emphasis to say something profound and make yourself bigger, you can do that, or you can just leave it this way. I guess we're not in a hurry today. Buddy is a basset hound, and he's mostly led by his nose. He kind of takes his time about doing everything depending on what his nose tells him. This is one of our normal privacy spots, but apparently he doesn't need it today. This is our little park by the house. I'll let him get a lead on me, so it's easier to keep him in the frame. This is his normal little place he wants to go. And Sherry insisted that she not wear a microphone so that y'all can't hear what she's telling me. She's giving me instructions on what to do, but y'all can't hear it. She says, no, I don't want to wear a mic. I'm not going to talk, right before she starts talking. So I'll edit out some of these parts, but I'll show you. I just wanted to show you what the app was and what the possibilities were. So if you're interested in this, at the end of the video, see, there's the person that doesn't want to talk. At the end of the video, I will show you how I edit this. So if you're interested in that, stick around, and I'm gonna probably shut up for a minute or two and just follow Buddy and see what he wants to do and where he wants to go. So the wind is blowing today, and I've got my little Comica Boom X U2 headset, or wireless system. It comes with two transmitters, one of which isn't being used today because somebody that's talking to me didn't want to talk. But I've got my lav mic tucked up underneath my hat to try to shield it some from the wind, and we'll see when I edit this how well that worked. We generally sniff more than we walk. That is a sniffing machine right there. Here's some of our little pine trees at our park. It's kind of fun. You can sit underneath here in the rain and not really get all that wet. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Come on. Well, I think it's time for intermission. You got to rest from all the sniffing. And I think we're going to wait, look around and see if anybody else shows up. One thing is a little bit difficult sometimes to keep you and whatever you're trying to video in the same frame, or at least centered in the frames. We need to survey the park and rest a little bit. That feel good? Come on. All right. Now you get your feet tangled up. Let's get your feet undone. Here, pick your foot up. Good boy. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, did you save up some energy? Come on. Oops. Oops, the nose kicked in. Come on. Come on. All right. Now we're going. Here's a view of the mountains from the park. Now, this has a telephoto lens. I can't change it while I'm filming, so I'll stop the video for just a second, change to the telephoto lens. Okay, I can't actually use my telephoto lens on this. I forgot I cracked the lens. There's the wide. You've got ultra wide, wide, and telephoto. So that's the wide lens right there. And I have a broken lens on the telephoto lens, so sorry about that. But that's a little view from our park. So I think I got enough footage. I'm going to go ahead and go inside, and I'll show you how to edit this. So if you want to see that, stick around. I'm going to record this with the GoPro audio, which normally I wouldn't do, but the GoPro's literally right in my face. So what we are going to use for this is a app called DoubleTake, and I believe this is an offshoot from FilmicPro. I'm going to go ahead and go in landscape mode, which is where I would normally use it. And you've got your video footage up here, shows a little disc. Your camera selector tool is right here. And then this gives you, if you want to do picture in picture. Now this is going to be what your video output is going to be, and it's locked into this, okay? Now, in this position here, you can do split screen. In this position here, you have a choice of 2 videos, so it's 2 full-size videos. To select these, you've got your A and B choices. So you've got ultra wide. I'm gonna just deselect these, or yeah, there we go. So I want the ultra wide to be my A lens and the selfie to be my B lens. And then you hit confirm, and then this is the way it's going to come up. Now keep in mind that's going to be a full-size video along with this one, and that's what we're going to edit, and I'll show you why I make that particular choice in just a second. This is your disc, so it will show you all of your little recordings. These are the recordings I made in the park, and you'll see the time is going to correspond to these different little segments. So if you want to select these, you hit the select tool and you just select the ones that you want to move over, and I'm going to move all of these over to my iPad, and then I can edit this as I see fit. And you can move them all at once if you have room on the other device. So I'm going to move 20 files over to my iPad. I'm not going to make you watch that. I'll give you a rough idea how long it took though. What we want to do now is change our audio attributes. and you can change any of the stuff in here. The very first picture or video you bring down is always going to drop on this little gray line right here. At this point, we're going to change this to the master audio track, and we want the whole thing changed. So what we're going to do, we're going to double tap this, go into your audio attributes. If it's not highlighted, highlight that. Go into configuration. It's going to be set on auto. We're going to change that to master. That's all you need to do right here. Now we're going to come down to this little thing. It's clipboard. Click on the clipboard, and all we want is the audio. You can select any of these, color, effects, or size, whatever. We just want audio. We're going to click on copy. Now we want to transfer this to all of the videos. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit this little box with the check mark in it, and then that's our selection tool. We're going to select all of these clips. Once all of these clips are selected, we can then click on the clipboard and we can click on paste. And it's only going to click the audio properties or copy the audio attributes into this one. And you can see on here just the bottom track, that's the main track, is highlighted. Click on paste. Now all of those are going to be set to master, but just to double check, let's go to this one. Click on configuration, and in fact it is set on master. Now we're going to go to the other audio track, and we're going to turn it off. And you see by the line in there, that's actually the level of this particular track. This is your audio waveforms, but that is the level control. We're going to go into this one. We're going to be sure we're in the audio tab. We're not going to worry with the gain. It's set on auto. We're not going to worry with that. We're going to, well, we will. Let's just turn it to none. And then we're going to go down to gain. We're going to turn it to 0. See, the line is moving to the bottom. And if you look at this track now, the line is gone. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to go in on the clipboard. We're going to copy just the audio attributions. We're going to click on copy. We're going to click the little selection tool. We're going to select this particular track. Well, in a minute we are. Yeah, there we go. I should have shrunk that down a little bit. Okay, so now we have just selected only the top track. So we're going to go back to the clipboard. We're going to click on paste. So now the line is still in the bottom one, and it's all of those are going to be set to master with the volume unaffected. All of these are now set to, turn this off so we can get in here. All of these are now set to the same as the first one, with the attributes are going to be none, and the gain is at 0, and that's on all of those tracks. So now we're going to look at the actual footage. This is not the picture I want on top. This is what I want for a picture-in-picture. So we're going to, in LumaFusion, tap on this. We're going to go down to the Frame and Effects tab, bottom left corner. We're going to change the size of this. We're going to go smaller. And we'll move it over to the corner. And you can put it in any corner, and you can cut the video into smaller pieces and change it anywhere you want, anytime you want. For now, we're going to do this, and you don't have to leave it square if you don't want to. Go into cropping, and you can make this a smaller video. So if you want to move the left side over a little bit, move the right side over a little bit, move the bottom up just a little bit, and then we can round the corners off. Now you have real crispy round footage there. You can soften the edges on that, soften it so much that it's almost gone. So there's a lot of variables on this. You have the option, you can just leave everything like it is. Don't worry about rounding off the corners. You can, just a ton of little options. But I'm going to show you one other thing. If you want to kind of be there, but not really. You can go into the blending mode and you can change the opacity. So you can kind of like just be a suggestion that you're even in the video. And you can change that, to whatever level you want, or you can completely remove yourself from the video. It's completely up to you. I'm thinking on this video, since I haven't even looked at it yet, I don't know exactly if I stay in frame for much of it or not. So for now, I think I'm just going to go right here and leave it just like it is, not changing. Maybe I'll round off the corners just a tiny bit. So now that we have this scene set the way we want it, we're going to go in here and we're going to copy the attributes for this. Hit the clipboard, come over to copy your size and all these settings. Click on copy. Now we're going to click the selection tab. We're going to come up here and select all of these clips. So we selected just the top line. Click on the clipboard. Be sure that's selected. We don't need to worry with the audio. We're going to click paste. So now we have the same attributes in all of these little pieces of video. At this point, you can deselect your selection tool, and you can, now that you've got everything set the way you want it, you can go through and start editing out the actual footage in the video. Now, I've got one place in particular that I want to actually make the other video the primary video and swap the place of these two videos, and I'll show you how to do that, and I'll scrub through here and find that, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I found the piece of video that I want. Now, if this is selected, it's going to clip this right here. I don't want that. I'm going to undo it. If this one is selected, it's going to cut that one. I don't want that. I'm going to undo it. If neither clip is selected, it's going to cut both of them. That's what I want. Come over to the end of the piece that I wanted to change, make another cut. Now what I'm going to have to do is change the attributes on this so that it's back to a full-size video. Now we're going to do double tap on it, and we'll double tap on this, and that brings it back to full size. Then we go into all of the cropping that we did, pull all of that stuff out. Now that's going to be the video that's on top. And I can either add the other video or leave this just like it is, just for these few seconds. If I want to invert these two, which I'll do just for the sake of doing it, we're going to make a clone of this bottom track. That's our main track. So here we make the clone tool. Now we have this track. Double tap on it. And we're going to shrink this one down, and we're going to move it to a new location up in this corner. And this just shows what was going on so we don't lose anything. So now it's going to go from here to here. And there's their little clip in the top. Buddy's not even in it, so I don't really need that in there. Just wanted to show you how to do it. And then it's going to switch back to what we had before. So you can use either one of these tracks for the primary and either one for the secondary. You can swap them around. You can make little cuts. Now that we've got everything set up the way we want to set up, this is the time to start editing out little pieces to shorten the video. This is 12 minutes without the end showing you how this all works. So I'm going to edit this down. Now you can see by the waveform, I'm not talking here. I start talking about right there.
Yeah, we're going to take Buddy.
So what you do, if whichever track is selected is the one that's going to cut, we don't want either one because we want to get rid of both of them. We're going to go here. Neither track is selected. Make a cut. Now, since these are linked together, if you can see that there's a little link right there, we're going to delete this track. That's your primary track. Since those are linked, it's also going to delete that. Now we're taking 1.02 seconds out. But over the course of an entire video, if you take out your ums and your ahs in little unnecessary pieces, you can shorten your video and make it a little more entertaining for everybody. So you hit the trash can, that piece will go away, and it's going to jump to this piece here. So now that's the beginning of our video.
Yeah, we're gonna take Buddy out for a walk.
And that's how that works. So I'm going to go through the rest of the video, chop it up, kind of get some of the stuff out, and I'll see how much I shorten it. I realize this was a very long video, and I doubt that anybody makes it to the end, but if you did, there's a couple other videos here that you might be interested in. I'm going to be doing a review on this microphone pretty soon. If you're interested in seeing that, think about subscribing and or just come back. So take care, and I'll get you down the road.